Could Shota Imanaga be an option for the Seattle Mariners? How much money is Josh Naylor going to get paid? And then could Harrison Bader be a perfect fit for this team, possibly? I want to break it down on this episode, Mariners Daily. Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me. Sam Edwards here, your host. I appreciate you watching, listening, whatever you're doing. So let's get into it. MLB news here. We've got a couple key players staying with their teams right now. Shane Bieber was a big surprise for me. He's exercised his player option. Total of $16 million. It's actually $12 million, but he avoided a $4 million buyout to remain with the Blue Jays. I was very surprised at this. He was just coming off Tommy John surgery, but came back, got traded to the Blue Jays from the Guardians, and pitched fairly well. I mean, we saw him and he pitched well versus us when he shouldn't have. Honestly, we should have beat him up. But either way, he didn't look amazing in his time. So like, I didn't expect him to get paid a huge deal, but I thought more than 12 million for sure for 1 year. Oh my gosh! Like Shane Bieber was set to be one of the better starting pitchers out on the market, and now he's just staying with the Blue Jays. I'm waiting to hear an extension or something. I mean, I don't know, man. I was surprised. I'm still waiting for an extension. Very surprised that he decided to opt into that 12 million. I thought they maybe had pre-agreed on a deal, possibly. I don't know. But I guess not so far. So, but speaking of an extension, we did get an extension from the Royals. Royals signed Salvador Perez, 2 years, $25 million. He originally just had a $12.5 million club option, so they basically just extended that to another year. Salvador has been a decent catcher for most of his career, decent offensively. I think he's gonna be fine going forward. I think he got a little unlucky this past year. 641 plate appearances for him, 30 home runs. He hit 236 with a 284 on base and a 446 slugging percentage. Not fantastic numbers by any means, but a 311 WOBA. Uh, Looks a little different when you've got a 0.365 xWOBA next to it. So a good 50 points of difference between the WOBA and the xWOBA. I'm not saying he's automatically going to have a 365 xWOBA or a 365 WOBA next year, but it does point to him getting a little unlucky. So him getting unlucky, 30 home runs, a 95 runs created plus. He's still a decent player. I'm fine with this for the Royals. Whatever. Go bring your veteran back. He's clearly a leader on that team, so whatever. A guy that got declined, Shota Imanaga, a former stud for the Cubs. Now, listen, when I say stud, he had an amazing rookie season when he signed with them. But now we're sitting looking. I don't know, man. I'm so shocked by this. We're sitting here looking like I don't know what they're expecting to do. The Cubs declined their 3 year, $57 million option on Imanaga services. I kind of get it because 3 years, 57 million is a little uncomfortable, but at the same time, I think Shota could get close to that. And if you're the Cubs who don't have an amazing rotation, like, are you really not that confident? Confident in freaking Shota? Like, you don't think he's gonna rebound at all? We saw him perform fairly well, but the peripherals did not look good early on in the season, and he just slowly got worse and worse. He got injured, then came back, still looked bad. His K percentage did slowly get better as the season went along, but the home runs were a huge problem, which is also the case from his rookie season as well. The homers were a slight problem, but he just had such good swing and miss stuff that it just made he just got it done, man. He just got it done. That's it. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he's gonna get. He also then subsequently declined his $15 million player option for 2026. So he clearly thinks he's gonna get more. And I think he will too. I think it's at least 2 years, 30 mil. I think I think that's an easy bet to make. He could even end up getting a 3 year deal. Maybe not 57 million, but close. Yawn. Sorry. I mean, I think it's gonna be close to 3 years, 57 million. Let me know what you think. I would be happy to see him on the Mariners, honestly. I think the Mariners could turn him into a good player. Uh, they're also in a stadium that is way less homer happy than freaking Wrigley Field. So that would also be a huge boost for him. If we signed him to a 1 year deal with a player option or a club option for a second year, like sign me up all the way for Shota. I want to see him with the Mariners. That would be so cool. I know we were talking about Tarek Skubal yesterday. Yes, he's obviously the lefty that I would prefer, but listen, I Shota would be great. Be low cost, high at low risk, high reward, honestly. I see him as a absolute win for this team. I think that'd be really cool. My player profile today is Harrison Bader, center fielder, left fielder, right fielder, wherever you want to play him. He'd be a great player to just give Julio a day off if we needed to. Had a interesting season this past year. Got traded to the Phillies halfway through the season, and he looked decent, but I'm a little worried, just a little bit. 501 plate appearances for him, 17 home runs, 11 stolen bases total for the season, a 7.8 walk percentage, which is nice, a 27.1 K percentage, which is that's the first big outlier here. 27 K percentage is a little high, and it's also high for Bader himself. The year prior, 2024, he had a 21.7 K percentage. So that's a pretty big jump. Not great. We saw a big jump in power this season, a 172 isolated power and a 359 BABIP. The BABIP is a huge jump for him. His career average is 305. So 359 versus 305, huh? That speaks to me like we're about to get a decline here, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't want to jump the gun too soon, but we'll see. He hit 277 with a 347 on base and a 449 slugging, a 346 WOBA, 303 x WOBA, 122 runs created plus, 3.2 F4 on the season. That especially speaks to how great his defense is. A +5 fielding run value per baseball savant. He's got really good range and really good arm strength. His fielding run value total is 81st percentile. So you know he's going to get it done. I don't know if he's a perfect fit on this team. One, because of the K percentage, and two, because I'm guessing whatever team is going to pay him the most is going to want him to be their full time center fielder. You know, shout out to the Philadelphia Phillies. I think they should definitely bring him back, in my opinion, if I was running the Phillies. But for the Mariners, he would, obviously not be playing full time center field because you got Julio there, who's obviously the best center fielder in the game. So do you need Bader? I think Bader would just be a great option for left or right field defensively. We need good defense, and we do not have it right now out in the outfield besides J Rod. So give me Harrison Bader. I think he could be a really good option. He saw a career high in barrel percentage, 10.2 barrel percentage, and career high in hard hit percentage as well, 40.3% for hard hit percentage. I think that's what speaks to the BABIP getting a huge boost like that. That's the only thing that makes sense in my mind. He's also a big pull fly ball guy. He doesn't pull the ball a whole lot, but if you look at his pull air percentage, this is not Baseball Savant. It's a really good stat that helps me when analyzing guys like Isaac Paredes, the third baseman on the Astros. He's a big pull air percentage guy. So basically, when he's pulling the ball, when he's hitting the ball in the air, how much is he pulling it? Is he pulling it often? And Bader does. Bader does. That's how he gets his homers. So listen, I like Harrison Bader. I think he'd be really a really fun fit on this Mariners team, and he'd bring that defense a little bit of speed, a little bit of pop, get on base. Yeah, I think he could be really, really good for this lineup and not cost too much either. MLB Trade Rumors predictions have him at a 2 year, $26 million deal. So I would take that all day if I was the Mariners. If we really want an outfielder, if we want to give Randy more DH time, or on the other side, maybe Canzone more DH time. Either way, absolutely, I think Bader would be a really fun fit. Let me know what you think. What do you think of Bader? He's pretty cheap, so I don't think he should, He's not a huge player and he's not a huge addition. He doesn't necessarily get me super excited, but he'd be a great depth piece that would be just a great solid starter. I like it. I like it. But let me know if you're a little worried about this K percentage jump. I don't know. We saw the power jump along with it. So maybe that's okay. Maybe he's just changing his approach a little bit, being a little more aggressive, and we're seeing it show itself in a much higher K percentage, but a much higher hard hit percentage. I don't know. I'm curious. Let me know what you think. Next up, Josh Naylor. We're still talking about Josh Naylor. Listen, we're gonna talk about him before he signs, before before he finally freaking signs with this team. Which at the end, I want to know what your confidence level is on that. But MLB Trade Room has just released their top 50 free agent predictions. I think 50 or 60. They have teams and they have contracts. Majority of them did choose the Mariners for Josh Naylor, and they predicted 5 years, $90 million. I think that's a little low for Josh Naylor. I think he's getting at least 5 years, 100 million. Like maybe that's a little crazy, but the players that I've compared him to, let's say like a Christian Walker or something before he signed with the Astros, maybe not the best comp in terms of how bad he's performed with the Astros in his first season with them. But prior to that season, he was very similar style wise to Josh Naylor. Contact first, little bit of pop, but not amazing. Right around 20 homers. Can steal some bags. Good enough defensively. Walker was definitely rated higher defensively than Josh Naylor. So I'm curious. I think he's getting at least $20 million a year, and I think 5 years is the starting point. I think 5 years, 100 million. I think that is the starting point if you want Josh Naylor. So I could easily see him getting more. Let me know what you guys think. I know, I'm ready to give him. I'm ready to give him quite a bit of money. I'm ready to give him 5 years, 125 for sure. I think 5 years, 150 is when I start biting my nails and I start getting nervous. If we go 5 years, 150, we better be going all in this offseason. That's what I'll say. Because if you spend 5 years, 150, then that and then you keep going, then you bring back Polanco, then you go get Harrison Bader, and you keep pushing. I'm okay. I'm okay with it because the only reason I wouldn't do 5 years, 150 for Josh Naylor is because of what it would mean for the budget on this team that I think is going to be lower than maybe it actually will be. I don't know. I don't know what the budget's going to be. I know they've said going into this season that it could be right around 165 mil going into the season, and that's the starting point. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what Depoto's gonna do. I'm curious. Like I've said before, he's got to prove it to us. He's got to prove it to us that he's going to do it. But I just felt like 5 years, 90 million was just a little low for Josh Naylor. What do you guys think? What do you think he's gonna get? I think 5 years, 100 is at least what he's going to get. I think he could easily get more, and him getting more it makes me nervous. Makes me feel like we're less likely to do it. But they say he's a priority. They say he's priority number one. What's your confidence level in that? Do you think they're actually going to get him? Are they going to get him? Are they going to get Josh Naylor? What's your confidence level? I'm sitting at like a 90%. Like I feel very confident that they're going to get him. And I don't necessarily know why. I think them making the trade deadline deals that they did for Suarez, for Ferguson, for Naylor, obviously. I think Depoto doing those moves proved to me that that was different. We haven't seen those deadline moves before from Depoto. We haven't seen him pushing the chips in. And maybe he was just trying to, strike while he thought the iron was hot. Well, listen, bro, the iron is still hot and we need to keep pushing. Need to keep going because come on, we we were one win away from the freaking World Series. Like, oh gosh, I swear if we don't keep our foot on the gas pedal and be so disappointed and be so bummed. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me on this episode. I appreciate it. Sorry that I missed the day. I missed the day. It was my fault, and it won't, hopefully it won't happen again. It probably will happen again someday. But either way, I'm back, and I'll see you guys back over the weekend with a full slate next week. Have a good one.